What's going on, viewers from the internet? I'm Variety Gamer 95, back for some more Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling. So last time, took care of some optional bosses. They're not mini bosses. No, mini bosses. I was right. Optional mini bosses and the Cardmaster side quest. This time, remember when it said I got every enemy spied on except the golden ceiling? I lied. The last enemy besides the golden ceiling to spy on is actually from this side quest right here. We're gonna go back to the honey factory to talk to Malby. Oh, V, you come back! This might pay well, so... The robot thinks I'm having issues, yeah? Indeed, the Code 32 incident caused plenty of trouble, and I had to fix all of them. The menders are durable and reliable, but some of them went haywire despite my efforts. I don't have time to look for all this. I need you to go in my stead. We're not qualified engineers, so how do we fix the menders? Easy, just whack them till the system resets. What? Hit them? What about their feelings? Kaboo, machines don't have feelings. And if they do? They don't indeed. Just go and reset them, no matter how many whacks it takes. There should be 3 around the processing areas of the factory. Better have a reward ready. Let's move, team! Alright. So we just have to go through the honey factory and find these guys. Thankfully, the enemies here do not give any more experience. So yeah, this is gonna be no problem. Trying to actually find the menders won't be a problem at all. Just gotta go through the honey factory and search for them. That's what I was afraid of. Come on. Okay, so I don't need to worry we're using Late's bubble shield to avoid enemies. Because the bug metal will take care of them. Okay. Okay, that was close. Alright, didn't need to use the bubble shield. Very nice. So, Malby said that they were in around the processing area. Oh. That's great. Give an half an egg. Okay. Let's just keep it in place. Right, just made it. Very nice. Let's see here. I think one of them was actually in here? No. There's actually a sign to look for that'll tell you. There's a sign to look for that'll tell you. Go away, sir. There's a sign to look for that'll tell you. Here we go. They look like that. Let's see. Oh, okay. Critical error! Critical error! Alright. This is a simple quest. Mender. Got it. This poor creature. Its wills and distress reach me to the core. Maybe I should relate to Life deal with this. So, they have HP of 5 with unknown defense. Every attack deals only 1 damage to them. Alright. So you just have to hit them until, you have to hit them 5 times, basically. Like, they can't even attack you. Seriously. It's that simple. Missing energy regulation, overheating 30%, EMOT component broken. Replace immediately, help, help! Yep. There we go. They only give 5 exploration points, though. Maybe reset complete. Alright, that's it. So that's one of them. All we have to do is find the others, which... Here we go, here's another one. So, it's just saying the same thing. I wouldn't bother using any skills on these guys. Yeah, I wouldn't bother using skills on these guys. X. Alright. Attack. That's how I take them out of 1 turn, baby. If I didn't have to spy on them for the if I didn't have to spy on them for the entry, then you know, I wouldn't have had to take an extra turn to fix the first one. Alright, so that was the first area we went through at the honey factory. So, I don't remember where the last one is exactly, but I believe we have to go down this way, the honey storage. No, that's not it. Well, anyway, the point is you have to fix the three menders. So now I'd like to take this time to show off a couple of other secrets that this game has to offer. So the first that I could show actually pertains to Mothava. Mothava and Zaz happen to be hanging around right here in the hive. It's not so bad. Enjoy a calm days like this alongside Mothava. Thank you, Two Snake Mouth. I owe this piece to you. Zaz, you're welcome. Zaz's a cool dude. He could do better. Could he? He looks quite content. I don't know. Mothava could be nice to him or something. Yeah, that's their personal life. Let's leave them be. Oh ho ho! My clothing line's profits are off the charts! That's what helping defeat the Wasp King does to your brand! Good for you. Uh-huh! Man, it feels like everyone learned something! Except Mothava! Even Zed's cool now! She's probably learned something. She's just too proud to admit it. She did help us cross the Giants there. She did for the fame! That's be nice! Such shallow motives would not have been enough to face those beasts. You could be right. So it's been confirmed by the creators of this game that Zaz and Mothava are indeed a couple. But it's also heavily implied that with the way Mothava treats Zaz, it's signs of domestic abuse. Yeah. So I'd say it really depends on how you want to look at it. Alright. So the next thing that I want to show off, so what I want to show off in a little bit is all the lore books. I went out of my way to get all the lore books in my complete file, another file. The problem is, though, I had to look it up for one thing, but one of the lore books was particularly egregious to find. And you're not going to believe where it is, either. So, let's see here. Where we're supposed to go is over here. So, you remember this area where we got ejected from Snake Mouth Den? If you have Leaf's Icefall ability, you can actually cross this, and there is indeed something over here. This is something that I didn't know until I actually looked up how to get all the lore books. Because this cave will open up another side quest that'll get you a lore book. What a cozy place. It's quite secluded from everywhere else. They should put a bridge here. Then they can build houses and stuff. How dare you, and ruin this beauty? Someone here? I must be seeing things. Our apologies for disturbing you. We're simply looking around. I thought I was finally alone, but maybe here society follows? We're leaving, okay? Sheesh! Try to have a nice day. I wonder what's the point of doing nothing all day? You could just feel tired or something. No, this goes quite beyond simple fatigue. Wait, that permit. You're explorers. We're also detoured to this cave. You help people, right? Oh, Kaboo does! What can we do for you, Sir Hermit? My name's Along. I can feel that you have something extraordinary, something I miss. But I can't put it into words. I would be a healthy side of optimism. You're an optimist? It's not that. I can feel I've been somewhere beautiful, removed from others. I know what I miss is there. Can't you try and find it? We usually get less vague requests. And we go to super awesome places all the time! When I look at the three of you, it's as if the light of a golden paradise fills my eyes. Does that help at all? No! It's better than nothing. It's a tough request, but we'll keep you posted. Thank you. I'll keep trying to figure out my role in this world. The spiritual golden paradise. So that opens up another side quest where, if you remember the cricket that was from the golden, near Venus, whenever we fought Venus, you're supposed to bring her to this guy and you effectively play matchmaker. Alright, so that's it for right now. So there's actually a secret area of, what's it called, Snake Buff Den? That's part of another side quest, so you can go over there. But I'm going to go ahead and exit to the main menu. I'm going to go to my complete file here. And I'm going to show you guys the lore books. Oh yes, I never mentioned this. The title screen, it actually evolves as you play through the game. What I showed you at the beginning was the complete title screen. It starts off empty, but as you play through the chapters, it'll actually fill in more and more characters over the course of the game. So this is my complete file. Or not my 100% file. So I found all the lore books, and let's go ahead and read through them and learn more about the land. Alright, let's see here. Which book would you like to read? Press B to cancel. There are 26 of them that you can find. I'm going to read through all of them. Our lifespan. Before the Day of Awakening, they say we used to live very little. Only a few days or moons. And most of that time, we were helpless larvae. Marriage marked the end of life. It's inconceivable nowadays. For one, we didn't even remember being larvae. Truly, becoming an adult is like being born, and then we get to enjoy this beautiful land for many years. It's hard not to pity our ancestors who had to give up life soon after becoming aware of it. Right? The crowning of Eliza II. After tears were shed over Eliza's too-sudden retirement, it was time to crown the new queen. Eliza II's speech rated the power of her kindness. They made many uneasy. Although everyone cheered, doubt and fear festered amongst the populace. They could only wait and pray their new queen would be just. Ladybug exile. It had been just 1 moon after Queen Eliza II took the throne. Farmer ants kept reporting the disappearance of many aphid eggs. After a thorough investigation, a band of 17 ladybugs were found to be the culprits. Yes, 17! Her Majesty acted quick and restricted entry of most ladybugs to the Ant Kingdom. As of the time this book was written, many special permits are required for them to visit. The move was seen as very controversial and has been the Queen's most criticized decision. It remains to be seen how our generation will handle the shifts caused by this event. Lesser bugs. After the Day of Awakening, many bugs changed form. We evolved to be able to live as we do now. But not all bugs evolved. Some remained untouched by the awakening. We call them lesser bugs. Spiders, midges, weevils, and some others did not gain sentience. They remained unchanged. The causes for that are still being researched, but unless another Day of Awakening happens, it will be difficult to study the changes. However, it's been concluded lesser bugs have become more ferocious and will attack bugs that come near them. The Everlasting Sapling. It is said that the sapling was a creation of the roaches. The legends that the saplings have brought the first settlers to Bulgaria, bringing upon the creation of the Ant Kingdom. According to legends, it is said that eating even one of its leaves will grant immortality to the bug that eats it. Our only clue to its whereabouts are artifacts mentioned in ancient texts. They say one possesses Snake Buff Den, but its dangers have proven too much to conquer. Was it truly made by the roaches? Could it have caused the roaches to vanish? I hope this chapter of history will be cleared up in my lifetime. Snake Buff Den. Rumors say that during Eliza I's rule, roaches that lived in Snake Buff Den were faced with sudden demise. In one night, all the roaches that lived there were gone, and fungi monsters appeared. Expeditions sent have always suffered losses, so the search for the reason was put on hold. Snake Buff Den is rumored to be a host to many ancient crystals. Could that be the cause? A brief history of bees. The bees are close allies of the ants, and came in shortly after Eliza I settled down in these lands. While they used to make honey themselves, technological advancements made robotic drones slowly take over the honey's production. Many bees of the newer generation, barring scholars, do not fully understand how to make it. Their society is mostly composed of females, with males residing in the queen's chambers. A brief history of wasps. Although they've been around long before Eliza I's arrival, the wasps live just outside of Bulgaria. Thus, the ants hold the title of first settlers. They control most of the northern territory, composing of the far grasslands and wild swamplands, and will attack anyone they catch intruding. Due to their history of internal conflict, even the young are well versed in military tactics and combat. A brief history of termites. The termites, like the wasps, lived in these lands before Eliza I, and like them, lived just outside of Bulgaria. In isolationist society, they say the termites are close allies of the roaches and as such possess advanced technology within their dome. Unlike bees and ants, the targets possess both male and female soldiers and workers in their society. They are also very good builders who know how to use clay well. The roaches. The roaches are the oldest of the bugs that rose after what they call the Day of Awakening. Having mastered the art of crystals, their civilization rose atop of this abundant power source. However, they suddenly disappeared. Many have speculated on the reason. Popular sentiment is some sort of civil war must have led their civilization to crumble. Personally, I doubt it. Surely some would have remained then? If some roaches did survive, they lived far from Megaria. Perhaps not even they would know of what their ancestors did. The lost art of flight. History tells of insects soaring in the sky, covering great distances. Nowadays, only the bees, wasps, and a few lesser species seem to retain that privilege. Even so, most bugs continue to possess wings. Day-to-day life doesn't quite need flight, so perhaps we as a collective have evolved past it. Could it be that one day bees will not flap their wings any longer? Mantid claws? According to data found in ancient roach slabs, mantises used to have claws instead of hands before the Day of Awakening. What a weird way to live. How would they be able to hold stuff to make art or even cook nowadays? Thinking about it, this might be why they have an affinity for sharp tools. Fascinating. Some lesser mantids and mimics still have claws instead of hands. Such a pity. The ancient crystals. Many crystals exist around the world, filled with mysterious power. The old roaches learned how to harness their magic and crystals and now use as power sources for many machinery and other things. No current side effects from crystal exposure are known, making them relatively safe. Some children's tales mention that sometimes sounds can be heard from them if in a quiet enough place. Probably fake. Archaeologists say these crystals appeared at the same time the Day of Awakening started, suggesting a link between them and that event. Family structures and social bugs. Bugs can be classified into two types, social and loners. Social bugs usually have a single queen, the mother of the colony. Although all individuals are siblings, they do not tend to see it that way. Some individuals grew closer to others for choice, creating their own small family cell. Social bugs are separated to workers or civilians. Workers are born to protect and take care of running the colony. Workers take the job very seriously and will fulfill their duties the best they can. Recently, some workers have rebelled to lead a loner life. This too could be an evolution. Civilians can form family bonds more easily and care for the general well-being of their colony. It should be noted that social bugs referring to the queen as mother is considered a taboo. The queen, however, has freedom to call others their children. Megarian honey. Something about the pollen collected from Megarian flowers causes the honey produced here to be super sweet but also super volatile. If the honey is mixed too thick or heated up too much, it becomes alive and turns to a being called an Obama honey. Scientists are still trying to figure out what causes the honey to turn into these beasts. Many tests point towards crystal fragments in the plants of Megaria being the culprit, but there's no conclusive proof. Berries as currency. It is unknown how long bugs have been using these specific types of berries as currency, but it is a very effective method. Hard, long-lasting, and very bitter, these berries are almost never eaten for their horrible taste. Their small size is perfect for carrying them around, too. There have been recorded cases of some bugs actually enjoying eating these berries, but almost no one can stomach their taste. Dark cherries. There are some red berries in Bulgaria that are worth a lot. A lot! We call them dark cherries. A red counterpart has been found in the eastern lands, but due to how common they are sought after. The dark berries strangely seem to only grow underground. Meanwhile, the red ones grow in tall trees. In any case, some bugs have a keen sense of smell for dark cherries. They are hired to find them so that they may be sold to collectors. Let me see. Still got a little bit of ways to go. The Era of Deceit. After the Day of Awakening, not all bugs stood equal in society. Many ants, bees, wasps, and others failed to evolve with the rest. Many long disputes and frustration occurred because of this. Thankfully, with the passing of time, all bugs experienced the awakening. Youngling care. Since the Day of Awakening, we mature faster, but our infant stage is still critical. There could be events where the caterpillar or grub stage is getting interrupted, causing unforeseen consequences. If one is not careful, the young leaf can turn into a dangerous lesser bug. Nurseries must be protected and treasured at all costs, so that our future generations don't suffer such a fate. A study of magic. Magic is uncommon, and few bugs are able to use it. Some bees theorize that crystal exposure could grant magic powers, but Tessie yearns no fruit. A legendary wizard that lived in these lands used to experiment with crystals to learn their magic properties. But he suddenly disappeared, and all knowledge about crystals related to magic disappeared with him. Rumors have said that he might be living in the far grasslands, but no traces of him have been located. The Mother Crystal. Deep underground below the Forsaken Lands, it is said a massive crystal resides. Said crystal might be linked to why Bulgaria is such a haven in this area. The ancient Roach text suggests it fell from the heavens during the Day of Awakening, piercing the earth. They said the crystal's aura protects Bulgaria from the outside world's great perils. Some say that it is tied to goddess Venus, the local deity of the Golden Settlement. Although, personally, I would prefer not to speculate using local folklore. Further study is necessary, but the term is prohibited anyone from digging under the Forsaken Lands. Until relations between the kingdoms are proved, reaching the crystal is currently impossible. The Deadlands. The gigantic feral beasts that surround Bulgaria. It's uncanny how we've gotten used to them. Eliza the First braved the Deadlands, riddled with those creatures to ensure our peace. Although Bulgaria is protected by the Mother Crystal, I struggle to write what I think of what could happen should the crystal lose its power. The Northern Kingdom. Far beyond the swamplands of the Northern Kingdom, home to mostly many kinds of beetles. They are very traditionalist and hold honor above all else. However, many travel to Bulgaria to escape the Deadlanders' attacks. The trip to Bulgaria is hard enough, but the north houses the swamps, filled with more dangerous creatures. To avoid the wasp's hostility, most take the long route around the kingdom. It's the most insane of trips. Truly, the lives of the Northerners isn't an easy one. The Eastern Lands. To the far east of Bulgaria lay the Deadlands we fear so much. Monsters everywhere and a feeling of utter dread. Who knows how, but I braved through the odds. Eventually, I reached the Eastern Kingdom. It is so different compared to Bulgaria. It has many exotic fruits and materials that cannot be found in our kingdom. Many of its citizens live in a very closed community that shuns outsiders. The only exception to this seems to be a rare species of bug that resembles fruits. Although friendly, other eastern bugs appear to stay clear of them. Is their smell too sweet? If I don't make it back to Bulgaria, I'm glad I got to meet them. The Giants. Every day, more ancient artifacts pop up. Given their size and unknown purpose, scholars believe giants roam these lands. They could have existed all over the known world, and giant kingdoms to protect them from the Deadlands. When the Day of Awakening happened, the giants must have vanished. Only their artifacts remain. There's no way to know, is there? Maybe they caused the awakening themselves. Perhaps they fell to the Deadlands or created them themselves. Maybe someday they'll return to reclaim their own home? Maybe they have lived for another world? I'm a bug of facts, but even I produced daydreaming about their fate. At least we have their monuments showing us glimpses of days past. The Day of Reckoning. The following cannot be confirmed, having been retrieved from a book in a Roach village's ruins. According to this book written by Roderick the Roach Scholar, what we call the Day of Awakening, the Roaches called the Day of Reckoning. It was an event where they woke up to the world. They share a belief that before that day, we were not different from the lesser bugs amongst us. A cataclysm happened suddenly, which banished the once fabled giants to another world. Only bugs and some other creatures were left in this world. After said cataclysm, the roaches became sentient, giving birth to civilization. Other books by Roderick mentioned fires raining down from the sky and destroying the earth. Expeditions have not found craters or traces of such a disaster. Its constant mention in Roach text suggests it was a big part of their culture. Or could it be a religious creation myth? Roderick, were you lying? How are we supposed to find out? Curses. I'll keep this book hidden away until I can find the truth. I'll head into the Eastern Lands once more if I have to. Fascinating stuff. Like, it tells you that most insects lost the ability to fly except for bees. That's some deep lore we're looking at right here. Okay, so you may have noticed when I start a new game that I have a second user up here, Joseph OP. It looks a lot like my me, but the eyebrows are a little bit wider. I actually prepared some footage with this file, or I prepared some scenes with this file that I'd like to show you now, okay? So let's take a look here. So yes, this is what I was talking about before. That's how the screen evolves. The first thing that I want to show pertains to your first meeting with Queen Eliza. Oh, I guess I didn't save first. Okay. I could just skip through this. Okay, I probably would cut all that out. There's actually something pretty amusing that I want to show with this scene. Let's see. You now stand before your majesty, Queen Eliza II. So it's true. So you're the brave ones who found the snake-moth artifact? Wonderful, so very wonderful. Lieutenant, you are dismissed. You have your own business to attend to. As you wish, my queen. Time is precious. Let us not waste it. The artifact, you may hand it over. Reward first. I want to see the reward first. Fiend, have you gone mad? Petulant child, how dare you refer to the queen in such a manner? Oh, ho, 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 a feisty one, aren't you? Few dare to speak to me with such insolence. Maki, you truly have a keen judge of character. Count your blessings, explorer. Few dare spare the rod in respect to their accomplishments. Your Majesty, they are not worthy of being in your presence, much less your pardon. Stay put, Zarian. They accomplished what your squad failed to do, didn't they? Ugh. Do not forget your place, young bee. Complete the transaction quickly. As you command. Yep, and then the rest of the scene plays out as normal. I actually tried, there is some other footage that I recorded as well, so like at the beginning of the game. I might have that up on screen right now. But when I tried recording that scene, it ended up being longer than 30 seconds, because the Switch's video capture only supports 30 seconds. So, this next thing that I want to show off pertains to the Golden Festival. So, I believe if you go over here, maybe this is my imagination. No. You were actually supposed to, you can actually, oh yes, you can actually speak to Team Slacker in Chapter 2. I neglected to, go over this. Hey, you're Team Snakemouth, aren't you? That's us! Nice, we're fellow explorers too. Ever heard of us? Given what I've heard, are you Stratus and Delilah? Yep, that's us. I'm Delilah, this big guy, Stratus. Nice meeting ya. You're known as Team Slacker, correct? Famous for never finishing missions? Not even one? No mission's interesting for long enough. Why bother finishing them? But you still call yourselves explorers? Of course, we love exploring. No places out of reach. Nice! We're more like informants, yay? For the other explorers. We gather intelligence about tough quests that things can do them. Nice deal, ain't it? We're looking into the fabled sandcastle in the quarters of the Lost Sands. After the festival, we'll resume our search. This would be a good time to unwind. Looks like Slacker ain't quite the name for them. They're living the dream! So that's how things work. Let's meet again on the road, yeah? Maybe we'll meet at the desert. So I believe if you talk to them at this point, some dialogue before beginning Chapter 4 will change. You can encounter this Firefly here as well. Alright, so the next thing that I want to show off, I looked this up on YouTube, elsewhere on YouTube, and I could not find footage of this anywhere. What happens if you lose the eating contest? We know it's impossible for Zaz to win, but what happens if Leif loses? Let's find out. Alright. So yes, Zaz gets indigestion, so it's impossible for him to win. Stop! We have a winner! This year's winner is Chubby! Well fought, Chubby. Same to you, Leif! Congratulations, here's a reward. Sorry, we never expected Chubby to be so powerful. Do not worry, but how should we proceed? That offering is essential for our festival plan. Oh, Chubby's my friend, right? Maybe we can trade with her. A non-violent plan? Impressive. It's worth a shot. We've got nothing left to lose. Oh, Leif was it? There was a runner-up prize. Don't forget it. Yay, participation prize. Thanks. You got a weak stomach medal. You got a medal. Oh. Yeah, this is a new file. Shoot. You'll see what that said, in post. So, let's see here. Hey! I really gotta say, Leif, you had me worried! Spurs for sympathy. We were completely defeated. Don't even be so serious! Say, Chubby! About that offering! We're on a mission, and we really need both offerings! Do you think you can trade with us? So polite! Trade, huh? Sure, I didn't get it for the prize anyways. How about some berry juice? I saw selling some. We're on it! Berry juice coming up super quick! Alright, so it looks like that's what happens if we lose the eating contest. Berry juice, huh? So you actually have to trade. Let's see here. This is where you can get the berry juice. Hey, you look thirsty. You wouldn't care for some sweet berry juice if we were here in the Golden Settlement. It's just 9 berries. Pretty please? At least I would. The only problem is, I don't have the 9 berries, so I think I'm kind of stuck. Well, that was basically all I wanted to show, really. Alright, so I guess that'll just about do it for Bug Fables. If you actually go and complete the Firefly's request, you can actually visit an area where you can find a spider who will buy your items for twice the price in the Forsaken Lands. I guess that'll just about do it for Bug Fables then. So, I said in the credits that I have the means to Let's Play Paper Mario The 1000-Year Door, and I do. I'm trying so hard to refrain myself from playing my GameCube library, at least what little of it I have, because I don't know how much use that pre-owned GameCube got. My old purple one is broken, which is the reason I had to buy another one. I would have gotten mine repaired, but nope, COVID had to happen now, didn't it? Anyway, with that being said, I do plan on Let's Play Paper Mario next, as my next full Let's Play, but expect something else to come in between this and Paper Mario, right? I'm recording this pretty far in advance as well. Well, I guess I'll just about do it for Bug Fables. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. If you tuned in, maybe I convinced you to give this game a shot. It's huge. Give it a go. Like, the main story is still around 20 hours, even with all the muddling around. Alright, that'll just about do it. I'll see you guys next time for whatever comes next. Bye.